Assalamu alaikum. In previous lecture, we discussed about evaporation. First, we recall evaporation. Evaporation is the spontaneous conversion of liquid into gaseous phase. Evaporation depends upon four factors, that is, the surface area, temperature, wind, and the fourth factor is intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces mean the forces which exist between the molecules. Stronger the intermolecular forces like dipole-dipole or hydrogen bonding, lesser will be the evaporation. For example, if we take two liquids, one is petrol and other is water. Petrol is an organic solvent while water is an universal solvent. In case of water, the hydrogen bonding is more pronounced, so the rate of evaporation is faster in case of petrol. Today we discuss another typical property of liquid state, that is vapor pressure. Now you look into the diagram. We study the evaporation of a liquid in a closed container. How to make a closed container? We take a conical flask and filled with half filled with water and put a cork in it. In this way, it becomes a closed container. Now, what is happening inside this closed vessel? Some molecules at the surface are converting themselves from liquid to gaseous phase. Through the process of evaporation, some molecules are converting themselves from liquid phase to gaseous phase through the process of evaporation. Over a period of time, more and more molecules are converting themselves from liquid phase to gaseous phase. Initially, the rate of evaporation is quite high, but as the time passes, rate of evaporation is going slower and slower. Why? Because the number of molecules with higher kinetic energy will be going lower and lower. As this is happening, the reverse process is also happening, where in the molecule the gaseous phase are again coming in contact with the liquid, and the molecules are recaptured by the molecules at the surface of the liquid. Now the process which is occur at this stage is called condensation. Initially, the rate of condensation will be lower. Why? Because there are number of molecules in the gaseous phase. But as the time passes, rate of condensation would increase and increase till such time that an equilibrium is attained. Now, what would be the characteristic of this equilibrium? At this equilibrium stage, the rate of evaporation would be equal to the rate of condensation, meaning exactly the same amount of molecule are going from liquid to gaseous state or gaseous to liquid state. At this stage, some molecule still exist as vapor on the surface of the liquid. The pressure exerted by the vapors of a liquid in equilibrium with its liquid is a vapor pressure. Now we define vapor pressure as pressure exerted by the vapors in equilibrium with liquid is called vapor pressure. Again, we define the vapor pressure that the pressure is exerted by the vapors of a liquid in equilibrium with its liquid is called vapor pressure. So, there is a dynamic equilibrium between the liquid phase and the vapor phase. Dynamic means there is a moving phase exists between the liquid and the gaseous or vapor phase. Now we discuss the effect of temperature on vapor pressure. When we increase the temperature, vapor pressure is also increased. This is due to the increase in kinetic energy of molecule. When the kinetic energy of the molecule increases, the vapor pressure of the molecule is also increases. For example, water shows different vapor pressure at different temperature. At 0 degree centigrade, the vapor pressure is 0.61 kilopascal, and at 20 degree centigrade, the pressure is 2.33 kilopascal. What is the reason behind it? This is because an increase of temperature of a liquid increases the kinetic energy of its molecule. As a result, more of the molecule will have minimum kinetic energy needed to escape the surface of the liquid. Now, I hope that students, all of you understand it well. If you find any difficulty, you can ask through WhatsApp group by SMS or voice messages. Thank you.